Hi, welcome to Sonic Sunday School. This time we're going to look at this Ditto Looper from TC Electronic. I ordered this to be able to do some backing tracks so I could play over them in different keys and basically use them to do some of these teaching videos. And I got this yesterday, and I've already decided that it's got to go back because it won't do what I want it to do. It will loop fine on the clean channel, but if you do it on the dirty channel, when you play over the loop, what you're playing comes through fine, but the loop degrades and sounds awful. I'm not sure why this is, so I decided to look that up. And in many of the forums where people are complaining about this, it's supposed to be used in an effects loop. And that's great if your amp has an effects loop. A couple of my amps do, but the one I use primarily here is my practice amp. And it's a rolling cube. It's one of the little 10-watt cubes. It doesn't have an effects loop. This won't work with that. So the amp that I was going to use it with probably 98% of the time, it won't work. So yeah, this is going to go back. Not very pleased with its performance. And I'm doing this video basically to let people know this because I watched several videos about this looper pedal. I looked, online at different reviews, and never once was it mentioned that this doesn't work that great in the front of the amp. Nowhere in any of the videos did I notice anybody say, hey, you need to put this in the effects loop because if you put it in front of the amp, it sounds like crap. So, I'm here to tell you, if you put this in the front of the amp, it sounds like crap. No, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to demo that since I have it here right now. This will go back out, go back to the shop tomorrow. I've already done all the refund paperwork and everything. But I thought today while I was at work, I had to do a little video just to show you what it sounds like, show you what I mean, and why this has got to go back. Alright? Hold on just a moment. Let me get everything set up. Alright, I've got everything hooked up, and I did some distortion here. Like I said, it works fairly well on the clean channel, but on this dirty channel, it breaks up the original loop. I mean, I've already recorded a loop, so as far as that, it works. But listen to this. When I go to play lead over top of that progression, you'll hear what happens to the original rhythm. I don't know about you, but I think that sounds awful, and it's not usable at all for me as a writing tool, as a recording tool for videos, or it's just absolutely useless for me. And I don't want to be, restricted to two different amps. One of them being the largest amp I own that does have the effects loop. When primarily I play a little 10-watt practice amp because I'm in a room, I'm not on a stage, I don't need stupid volume, so, I use a smaller amp, which does not happen to have an effects loop. And therefore, this looper pedal, it's a fail. I mean, maybe it's the way it was designed, maybe it's supposed to work this way and only go through the effects loop and sound good that way, but I wish somewhere in the instructions it would have said that, or somebody that did a video would have told me that. I would have never bought it and had to go through all this hassle of having, almost $100 tied up for, however long it takes them to get me my refund. And, I still have to drive somewhere to the UPS place, take this, so it's a hassle. If that information would have been there, at least by one of the reviewers, at some point, it would have saved me a bunch of hassle, and I wouldn't be making this video here, which I'm sure anybody that works for TC Electronic would consider a negative video, and perhaps that's why that's never been mentioned. There are a lot of people, I'm sure, that use practice amps that don't have effects loops, and it seemed that way when I was looking at some of the music forums. That nobody knows this. It's not mentioned anywhere. So that's why I'm doing this video, to let you know. I hope you see it before you buy it. If you have an effects loop and that's how you run most of your effects, awesome. That's great. I hope it works for you, and I'm sure it works great that way. I didn't even bother trying it because I'm not doing a review on the pedal, and since it won't work the way I need it to work to do these videos and things like that, there's no point in me keeping a $100 paperweight when I can send it back, get that money, and buy something else. Strings, picks, put it toward, another amp that I'm shopping for right now. But, yeah, I just wanted everybody to know that this pedal just doesn't work in front of an amp, or at least in front of a rolling cube. I didn't try it in front of the Black Star. The Black Star is the amp that has an effects loop. But 2 rolling cubes it doesn't work in front of. I didn't try it in front of my third one, but I figured it doesn't work in front of 2 of them. It's not going to work in front of the third one. I didn't try it in front of my orange. And perhaps the cubes just don't take pedals well. I don't know. I've never plugged a pedal into the cube before today because they're all onboard effects. I've just never needed to. So perhaps it's my amp. That could very well be. If the rolling cubes just don't take pedals well, because why would they need to? Something else I even noticed, which it's not that easy to actuate, is my 80-watt cube has a looper on it. So I will probably figure out how to use that to record these videos in the future. Maybe I don't have a foot pedal for it, so maybe I'll use my foot on the little button. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But, maybe maybe if you had, some sort of all-tube amp, or, some sort of, PV Bandit or something that takes pedals fairly well, maybe this would work great. But I'm telling you, at least in my experience, with the 2 amps I've used it in front of, nothing. It sounds like that, which sounds terrible. So, if you can, maybe try it out in a music store with an amp that's really similar to what you have. I ordered mine online, which is what a lot of people do nowadays. But try it before you buy it. Make sure it works with your setup, because this is going back because it doesn't work with mine. Alright? Well, that's it for this week, and take care, keep playing, and have fun. Alright? Later.